Hey everybody, welcome back. Did you miss me? Good, because I missed you. Now before we get started, let me give you guys a bit of a heads up. We're in the middle of a massive storm right now, so if you guys hear loud rain or the occasional thunder, you know why. So I just wanted to let you guys know and get that part out of the way. Now we can get into series part 3, the last part of the Chronicles of Allegedly with Brittany J. This is the last video that I will be doing on this person. Now, if you haven't seen series 1 or 2, I suggest watching those two first, where you'll get Deets on the Streets reaction, and you'll be getting my reaction on this one, where I'll go over Brittany J's apology. Now, I wouldn't really say it's an apology stream that she did. It was all of 40 minutes at most. I don't even think it was that long. Now, I sped it up and I cropped out as much as I could of her talking to her audience. I could give a fuck all about her audience. Why? Because the night on her panel, when one of her buddies popped up, not only said that she found dirt on the mother of Sebastian Rogers and she's sitting on it, she also took a jab at the stepfather, making fun of his name, Proudfoot. And we're going to go over that stream. I'm going to go over a couple of tidbits of it, because there's also a couple of other things that I want to talk about. But we're going to go over this stream first. So let's get into it. Now, this video is covered under fair use. Copyright disclaimer under section 107. Here we go, guys. Now, let me remind you, if you've already seen, okay, how can I put this? If you guys have already seen this, okay, fine, great. If you haven't, brace yourselves, because I didn't see a lot of apologizing or any of that. All I heard was a bunch of bullshit. That's all I heard.
So I just want to go over a couple things real quick.
Please.
It has been, I have been made aware of some things basically some rumblings around the community about an incident that happened on my panel a few nights ago when we were making jokes about the name Proudfoot. An individual came up on my panel and had made the comment that they had researched the name Proudfoot, and
okay, I'm going to stop right there, because in just a few seconds of me starting this, she's already lying. That was expected. Now, 1, they were not joking about the name Proudfoot. They were straight up insulting that man. Number 2, a man whose stepson, 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, who's been missing for over a month, they were straight up insulting that man's last name. Why? Well, because they didn't like the answers that he was giving. 2, he was controlling. 3, what else? Oh, because he was cocky. They didn't like his attitude. Boo fucking who? But that gives you guys the right to make fun of that man's name? And not just that, y'all sunk lower than that. And we're going to go over that too. Don't you worry, Brittany. We're going to go over that too. And lie number 2. That's not what your buddy jumped up on your panel and said. She did not research the name. Let's see exactly what your buddy said, because I have the clip. It comes directly from that stream you still conveniently have on private. And don't worry, keep it on private. The damage is already done. People have the full stream. I have it. Several other people have it. It doesn't matter either way. Now let's see exactly what this individual said, shall we?
Yep. Oh, did you see that post? Did you see that post? Somebody looked up the definition, like, of the word Proudfoot, and the fucking definition.
Gee, what was that? That sounded like a question to me. I don't know. Let's play that one more time. Okay, I'm gonna go back just 20 seconds.
I love her.
That's his new name. I'm calling him Christisha Stankfoot from now on.
Very nice.
I'm just gonna call him.
So, okay, Christisha Stankfoot. So that's a joke, right? Because that doesn't sound like a joke to me. No, that's some bitch ass shit. You want to get technical? I'm gonna get technical. That's some bitch ass shit.
Mr. Stankfoot, if that's okay.
If that's okay. Ha ha ha. Freaking childish.
Yep. Oh, did you see that post? Did you see that post? Somebody looked up the definition, like, of the word Proudfoot.
Bingo. Bingo was his name-o. Did you see that post that someone put up? The definition. See, that was a simple question that individual asked you. She didn't go up and say, I researched the name Proudfoot. No. Why you gotta lie, Brittany? What the hell? I'm gonna play it one more time, okay? Because, see, I'm gonna put it on 7. I'm gonna put it on 7.5. One more time. One time for the one time.
That's his new name. I'm calling him Christisha Stankfoot from now on.
I'm just gonna call him Mr. Stankfoot, if that's okay.
Yep. Did you see that post? Did you see that post? Somebody looked up the definition, like, of the word Proudfoot.
Need I say more? Nope, I don't think I need to. That says it all. Now, what does the actual definition mean? The actual definition of Proudfoot? Well, see, that's simple. That's the actual definition. But see, what your buddy's eyeballs were glued on was the word bloated. That's what it seemed like to me. I doubt she even read the full definition of it, because if she did, she would know exactly what it meant. It means Scottish.
They come to the conclusion that it meant bloated toe or something. I don't know. We all busted out laughing. If you know the dichotomy of my channel and how we do things over here, we incorporate a bit of humor.
So, this is what I want to touch on. She says they incorporate a bit of humor. Does that mean that any time that they cover a case, review a case, whether it's a missing child, missing adult, or a victim of a crime, they add a bit of humor while reviewing it? Like either one of the three? Is that where I'm getting at? Because I sure hope not. You know, there's other true crime creators that do this exact same thing. They cover cases, but they don't throw in humor. They don't make fun of people. They don't make fun of victims' families. They don't poke fun at their names because it sounds funny to them. Or they're doing it to insult them simply because they don't like their attitude, or because they're cocky, or because they think they're controlling. They don't do that. When they're reviewing a case, covering a case, they're invested in it. They see it through. That's what they do. They don't add in humor. But judging by what she just said, that's where I'm getting at. That's what she does.
Well, there was something that was stated on my panel that people are very angry about.
I wouldn't use the word angry. No. You know what? I'm just going to let the viewers, I'm going to just let the bushwatchers, I'm just going to let my subscribers say how they felt the night they heard all this on your panel. I'm just going to let them voice it out. I'm not going to say anything. I don't speak for anybody. I just speak for myself. And I promise you, Brittany, you don't want me to tell you how I felt. I promise you that.
An individual who was up on the panel who was joining us that night had made a comment about American Indians.
Are you sure about that? Are you positive about that? Okay, we're going to hear about that in just a minute. And plus, I'm going to give you and your buddies a little bit of a crash course. Not a lot, but I'm going to give you a little bit. Because I ain't going to do the work for you. Might I suggest, if you're going to speak about Native American, do the research. Read up on it. Read the history. Watch videos about it. Or better yet, just don't speak on it at all. Actually, I like the second one better. Don't speak on it at all.
And instead of me stopping, well, I probably should have just stopped what we were talking about and said that was not okay. I kind of just, continued on uncomfortably laughed.
You did not just say that. You did not. You were not uncomfortably laughing. Hell no. You know what? I'm going to slow it down so all y'all can hear that again. I'm going to put it on 075. Listen closely to what she said.
Well, I probably should have just stopped what we were talking about and said that was not okay. I kind of just, continued on uncomfortably laughed.
Really? You uncomfortably laughed? Brittany, I can see why she kept this stream on private, the one from that night. I can see why. Here I go again, picking her words apart little by little. Brittany, I'm going to tell you this right now. Girl, stop fucking lying. You were on that panel. From the moment your friend popped up there, you were laughing your ass off. You were having a grand old time up there. Everything that came out of your friend's mouth, it was like you were mechanically laughing. You were enjoying every second of it. There was no uncomfortably about it. You were enjoying every second of it. Who in the hell are you kidding? I cannot with her.
To understand the whole context behind that whole conversation, if most of
then take your stream off private. If you want people to understand the full context of it, take your stream off private. Let everybody watch for themselves. The ones that have not seen the entirety of that stream. But I know you won't. You won't take it off private. Because you're afraid. And I don't need to tell you why you're afraid. Because you already know.
If most of you that were here know, we were talking about several things at that moment. We were calling, if you guys remember.
No, you weren't. You weren't talking about several things. The moment your buddy popped up on that panel, she started out with, that she dug up dirt on Kitty Proudfoot, Sebastian's mom. Which I still don't understand why she even dug up dirt on that woman anyway. When, that woman is none of her business to begin with. And what was the second one? Oh, going into her personal life about why she doesn't date anybody, which I can give fuck all about that one. I don't give a shit. What was the next one? Oh, going into calling Chris Proudfoot, Christisha Steakfoot. That's 3. Then you got the Native American making fun of that. And what was the 5th one? Oh, then it went into Toe Rogan. That was the last part. And then they went back into reviewing Smiley's World stream. I'll clip that entire part. Because see, I have the full stream. The one that she's got on private. I have the full part. I will clip that one section. And I'll upload it. I'll do that.
We were talking about Toe Rogan. I had mentioned how Owen Benjamin had referred to Joe Rogan as Toe Rogan. The term bloated toe to me was just hilarious at the time.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
I wasn't thinking about any ethnicity at that point. Like, just
no, of course you weren't. You weren't thinking about anybody's ethnicity. Neither was your buddy. Your buddy thought it was fucking hilarious. See, I was told some things about you, Brittany, and I'm starting to understand why people don't like you. Now, I can simply take what a couple of people have told me about you and run with it and simply just air it out right here, right now. But I'm not going to, because that's not what I do. I take what people tell me and I go check it out for myself. I form my own opinion. But what I can say is that I can understand why they don't like you. It's because of shit like this.
So the term bloated toe was funny to me. These are hard topics that we talk about. It's really hard topics. And so sometimes when there's a little bit of humor that comes into play, we make jokes. But I do want...
All right, let's talk about that one for a second. There are other creators out there that do true crime. They don't do the shit that you do. Because they know there's a time and place to make jokes and laugh and have fun. When they're covering a case, they're about that case. They're researching, they're talking about it. That's what they're doing. They're not stopping in the middle of covering the case and making fun of somebody's last name, especially a stepfather whose stepson is missing. That's not what these true crime creators out here, not the ones that I watch, that's not what they're doing. They're about the cases. They're about the missing. They're about the victims. You're not. And the way that panel was with the whole Native American talk, here's what I suggest you guys do. Pack it up and leave true crime, because it ain't for you.
Right, we call him Stinky Foot. Brooke knows, yeah. I mean, that was actually the name Stinky Foot came up. And it's just, like, it doesn't miss me that, some people may not think that it's funny. And I don't know, I guess as a creator, we have to be responsible for the things that are said on our panel. And
oh yeah, we have to be responsible for the things that are said on our panel. That's absolutely correct. We do. I'm gonna go back one more time and listen to that. I'm gonna put that on normal.
It's funny, and I don't know. I guess as a creator, we have to be responsible for the things that are said on our panel and in chat.
Yeah, see, she's absolutely correct about that. But, and this is a big but, I have watched a couple of her streams in the past couple of days. And I'm going to tell you this. There's one incident where she allowed the name. You know what? I'm just going to play it. Let's just play it. Let me take my banner down. That way you guys can see the date on it.
Real quick, I have to throw some reminders in there. They went on Nancy Grace with the Stankfoots. And real quick, I have to throw some reminders in there. They went on Nancy Grace with the Stankfoots.
So that was on the 26th. When she allowed somebody to come up on her panel and say the name Stankfoot. So you're still allowing people to say that name, Brittany. Classy. Okay. That just shows your true colors. That just shows you don't give fuck all about anything. You just want to cover the fucking case. But really, do you even care about Sebastian Rogers at all? And you're allowing people to come up on your panel and still call him Stinkfoot.
So, well, Happy Melancholis, what was stated I'm just going to try to be the responsible party and say that, first of all, I want to make this abundantly clear. I don't.
People are going to be freaking butthurt if you say the dang sky is blue and it's a beautiful day outside. People are going to bitch no matter what. I wish they would leave you alone. Well, see, here's the thing. I mean, I'm going to reply to that comment. Here's the thing. People would leave her alone if she didn't allow that conduct on her panel. Didn't allow that kind of talk on her panel. People wouldn't even be reacting to it. So how's that? How's that for an answer?
I don't think any one any ethnicity or race is better than the other. I think that we all bleed red. I don't look at anybody differently. I don't have hatred for anybody who is a different race or ethnicity than me.
Really? I wonder about your friend, about the way she was laughing about it, about Native American and thinking Proudfoot was a Native American name, which it's not.
I love everybody the same. I'm totally against hate of any other race or ethnic background. And for anybody to insinuate any different is completely false. 100% false.
Then why don't you tell your friend that Proudfoot is not Native American? Why don't you remind her of that?
But I will take accountability and say that I apologize if there was anybody that was hurt by the comment that was made on my panel.
Oh, you're going to take accountability and you're going to apologize for it. Okay. See, that's what I want to hear. You know why? Because again, she allowed this on her panel.
Real quick, I have to throw some reminders in there. They went on Nancy Grace with the Stankfoots. And real quick, I have to throw some reminders in there. They went on Nancy Grace with the Stankfoots.
So you're going to take accountability for that one? Are you going to take accountability and apologize for that saying right there? For allowing that person to go up and say the word Stankfoot? Brittany? Yeah, I don't think so.
I should do better. I got to do better. I should, when things are said that could be hurtful to another person, then I should speak up and say that that's not okay, because at the end of the day, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Miss me with that bullshit.
I could be woman enough to come on and say, okay, you know what? I was wrong there. I apologize. I should not have allowed that comment to go unchecked about American Indians. But I just, I don't know. If I hurt anybody in my community or in other communities, I apologize. That's not ever what I want to do. So,
yeah, I'm going to believe that bullshit. So we're going to switch over and we're going to do that little crash course. So I'm going to play something. I'm going to play it twice. One now and one in a little bit. And I want you guys to listen very closely, okay? Because this comes from a very brilliant, smart woman who I call a friend. And she's right about this. And she knows this history. She knows this knowledge. Because she too, herself, has this background in her.
Let me just tell you something. Most indigenous people don't get on their platforms talking about they're indigenous, but they came from the plantation, okay? Most of them, real ones, don't make an ass of themselves like that. We would never embarrass our ancestors that way.
And she's right. Like with me, I wouldn't come up here as an Irish and German. I wouldn't come up here and make fun of my heritage. I wouldn't make fun of other Irish and German heritage. I wouldn't make fun of the others that are, in fact, Irish and Germans. I wouldn't do that to them. Never. I'm very proud of my Irish and German heritage. Very proud. I wouldn't change it for the world. Now I want you to read something, Brittany. because this is just a small portion. And that goes for the woman that's up on your panel. I believe her name is Regina. It's the only name that's clear up there. I can't really see any other names up there because it's blurry. It's a little history for you. That's all you're going to get. There's going to be one more. Maybe. We'll see.
So,
Lord help me. I thought, man, I was like cracking up with that shit. I was like, what the hell? Bloated toast?
bloated ass toast.
Supposedly, it's some kind of like American Indian shit. Like he's an American Indian, and then.
Well, see, here's two things. One, Brittany is very comfortable up there laughing. She's not uncomfortably laughing. She's comfortable. And her buddy. Oh, yeah. I got questions about that one. About the way she's just having a grand old time making fun of somebody. I wonder if she does this to everybody. I wonder if she does this to victims' families. Because there's no freaking way that someone that covers missing persons or other true crime cases does this kind of shit. No freaking way. I mean, if this is just a one-off, okay, maybe I would be more inclined to, move past it and let it go. But the way she's going, I don't think this is her first time. I think she's done this before. And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I could.
As like Proudfoot, like Stinky Dog, like, they got the names. But anyway, like, I'm not laughing to look it up. Somebody found like the Native American meaning of Proudfoot, and that shit had me rolling, dude.
There is no meaning of Proudfoot in the Native American. No. The actual meaning of Proudfoot is actually Scottish. I mean, let's get fucking real here. You guys got some serious fucking issues here. I mean, if you did look it up and you saw the name Proudfoot in somebody's name, if you were looking up somewhere like in Native American history somewhere, and somebody had the name Proudfoot, okay, I would probably think, okay, well, maybe it is Native American, but really, the meaning, the origin of the name Proudfoot is Scottish. It is Scottish. It's not Native American.
She was hilarious.
Roasted. There goes your interview, Mr. Bloated.
Hey, you should get fucking Stinkfoot up here for an interview on your channel. Hey, I'm a red.
I hope and pray. That Katie and Chris Proudfoot, they don't ever go up on Brittany's panel. Not after this shit show. No. I so hope not.
Just Native American, and I approve of this message.
I love it.
Okay. I'm going to play that back. I'm going to go back 10 seconds. But see, I'm going to slow it down just a bit because I want you guys to hear this woman. Because this goes back to the little clip that I played from the Jerks. I'm going to drop their live stream in the description, which is where that clip came from. I'm also going to drop their channel in the description along with Stinson Has the Soup. I'm going to drop her link in the description as well. So I want you guys to go check them out, sub them up. Listen to what this woman says. Because this one right here, this was actually a little bit of a gut punch to me. This is what made my body feel hot. I mean, I felt like my body was like literally on fire.
Brett, you should get fucking Stankfoot up here for an interview on your channel.
Hi, I'm a registered Native American, and I approve of this message.
I love it.
No. See, I don't see anybody who is Native American ever saying something like that. I don't see anybody who is Native American ever saying something like that they approve of this message. I'll go back again and I'll put it on 075.
Brett, you should get fucking Stankfoot up here for an interview on your channel.
Hi, I'm a registered Native American, and I approve of this message.
So, see, no, you don't do that. If you were, I'm not gonna say if she is or if she isn't. I will say that if you are a registered Native American lady, you just embarrassed your culture. You just embarrassed the shit out of it. You do know that, right? Okay. One more time.
Let me just tell you something. Most indigenous people don't get on their platforms talking about they're indigenous, but they came from the plantation, okay? Most of them, real ones, don't make an ass of themselves like that. We would never embarrass our ancestors that way.
That's just exactly what she did. She just embarrassed her ancestors. She just embarrassed her own culture. Betty, I hope you're happy.
I love it.
No. Wait. What's your American name? I mean, your Indian name. Regina.
I have no idea. All I know is my grandmother was a full-blood.
And she doesn't even have any idea. She doesn't have any idea whatsoever. Really? Okay.
It's Sioux Indian, and I'm literally a quarter registered Native American Lakota Indian.
I promise you, it's not.
We'll have to think of one. We'll have to come up with one for you.
My grandmother called me Aviana, and she said it has something to do with taking flight or something like that, or a little bird taking flight or something like that.
Well, that's not funny. That's not funny like bloated toe, though.
My grandma passed away. They told him I don't know what it means exactly, but anyway, and this is no offense. Don't nobody take offense, because I've known a lot of Indian people.
Don't nobody take offense to the Indian stuff, guys, because we're not being.
I'm about to say something, and my friend passed away, and he was Indian and stuff. Well, they have a temper, the men. They do, and they have a drinking issue. Now, I'm not saying every single.
Okay, so she says they have a drinking issue. Has she ever read anything about Native Americans and the whole thing that, the surrounding of the drinking? Has she ever read the definition on that? Has she read up on that? Has she done like the history, on that? I have questions because, again, I've read all about it. Okay, time to school her on that.
Not one of them, but a majority. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if it makes you feel any better about it, every time you say bloated toe, I think you're going to put a D on the end of it, like a bloated toe, because that's what he looks like. I just keep
Out your mouth. Have y'all ever seen? I know a lot of people probably don't, but Owen Benjamin. He says Joe Rogan looks like a toe, and so he calls him Toe Rogan. I
gotta tell Ollie about that because my 13-year-old, he always talking about Joe Rogan. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
He looks like.
So, like I said before, I will clip this part and I will upload it myself without commentary. Now, you guys get the gist. There was like literally 4 or 5 topics at most that was discussed, and the last part of it was the Toe Rogan bullshit, which was kind of a stupid thing. So, yeah. But that just goes to solidify my point. My point being is that y'all are a bunch of small-minded people that thought it was so fucking funny to go after a stepdad whose stepson is missing and just poke at his name and then What? Not even do the proper research, and you're just gonna go poke at Native American. Okay, so with that, I can understand why you kept this on private. Again, I have the full stream of this, so at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. What matters are the people that you affected. That's what matters. And what gets me, Brittany, is that you said you took accountability, you're apologizing, but what you did later on the 26th is allowed somebody to come up and use the word Stankfoot on your panel. Therefore, that stream was complete bullshit. You were not sorry. You did not feel bad. You didn't feel anything. You were having a blast. And for that, I hope you continue getting called out for this, because all for what? You did all this for what reason? Because you didn't like the stepfather. You didn't like his attitude. You didn't like the way he was answering questions. You thought he was cocky. But do you know, okay, you know what? Fuck it. At the end of the day, do you know what this is all about? It's all about this young man. This precious young man who's still missing. Who's been missing for over a month. No answers, no leads, nothing. Hasn't been seen. But you're going to poke at his stepdad. That shows how much you actually care. Okay. All right, guys, we're done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link the rest of Brittany's little apology stream in the description. And I'm going to cut it off here because I cannot take any more of her. Because I'm starting to feel the way I did when that stream happened. So yeah, I'm going to cut it off here. I love you guys. And maybe I'll do another commentary video again soon. I don't know. But I will be sure to let you guys know. You guys are great. I miss you guys very much. And do me a favor. Y'all be safe, okay?